Hi guys, my name is Mr. Nick and welcome to BattleFleet Gothic Armada 2. Now if you are unfamiliar with this game, it has been around for 2 or 3 years since its release, but it is an adaptation of the famous tabletop game set in the Warhammer 40k universe, equipped with real-time strategy, so that will be quite exciting. And it is a space game, well, obviously, as you can see by the screen, it is a space strategy game where you can control all your ships, and it's not really like your typical Command and Conquer type of game, Age of Empires. Now you don't have any of those structures, but you do have defenses that you place around your systems that you do control and conquer along the way. And once you get into the game, I will say this, I might even reiterate it a few times, but the voice acting is so good, it's exceptional, as well as the visuals in the game. It's, I wouldn't say it was ahead of its time, but it's definitely where it belongs, and then some. And I've already done the Imperium campaign, but for the sake of new people, and for the sake of just this video in general, I'm going to just do the first part and put it on hard because why not? Might as well make it more exciting and difficult since I've already completed it. But let's get started. The Imperium. For the Emperor! The far-flung Imperium of man knows only a war for survival, assailed by traitors, treacherous xenos, and the uncaring galactic wastes. Humanity battles on as the Emperor's light grows ever darker. The Cadian Gate stands besieged by abominations from within the Eye of Terror. It falls to Admiral Spire, hero of the Gothic Armada, to marshal the Imperium's scattered fleets and hold the line against the horrors of chaos. And over here is just the tutorial. We don't need to do any of that. But let's get started!
The Imperium of man, a million worlds scattered across an uncaring galaxy, a million worlds forever under threat from the machinations of cursed traitors and perfidious xenos. It is an empire consumed by war, by the very battle for survival itself, for there is no peace amongst the stars. The Space Marines, genetically modified warriors who know no fear, spearhead every counter-assault, taking the battle to the heart of the foe. From the smoke-wreathed horror of Adeptus Mechanicus Forge Worlds sail warships of fearsome potency, their weapons blessed by the Machine God, and their crews dedicated to the Omnissire's holy cause. The Schola Progenium molds callow flesh into leaders, officers of the Imperial Navy, the greatest fleet ever to span the stars. These heroes dedicate their life to the Imperium's defense, confronting the ceaseless threat of chaos wherever it manifests. The war against the dark gods and their worshippers is the eternal battle for the soul of mankind, for the future of the galaxy itself. It is the forge upon which true heroes are struck and legends tempered. Admiral Spire is one such legend, savior of the Gothic sector, vanquisher of Warmaster Abaddon's 12th Black Crusade. For centuries he has been lost, trapped in the shifting tides of the Immaterium, while in pursuit of the hated foe. Such travails would drive an ordinary man to madness, or into the clutches of the very gods he once opposed. But Spire is no ordinary man, and his time is coming once more.
We're out. Praise the Emperor, but I can see the stars again. Receiving distress signals. The region's alive with them. According to the timestamps, Admiral, the year. It's 999 M41. We've been lost in the warp for over 800 years. And Cadia, the hymnals report that it's been destroyed, sir. There's a lot of confusion out there, sir. And Admiral, Cadia fell at Abaddon's hand.
Then we are returned not a moment too soon. Navigator, chart a course to the Cadian system. We may be an age too late to join the battle, but revenge is still within our grasp.
Warp engines online. Geller field holding.
This is Admiral Spire to all Imperial vessels. Rally at coordinates 154554. This isn't over.
You know, when I first started playing, I was like, what are they talking about? There's so much stuff they're saying and that's going on. I was like, huh, that's cool. Something about Cadia falling? But once you get used to the atmosphere, you'll understand just about everything. Warhammer.
Wait. This is not the Cadian system. Navigator, report.
The Imperium writhes, Lord Admiral. It has flung us far off course.
I can see that, Domitian. Where are we?
Star sites indicate we've entered real space in the Cadian sector.
Confirmed.
Not too far, but not close enough. Still, we have been fortunate. Have our astropath send out a hymnal. All surviving vessels in the sector to rally at our position. Cadia needs our aid.
Warship signatures inbound, Lord Admiral. Chaos vessels.
Indeed. Then our retribution begins. We hold this position.
Okay.
What is this I smell? Another so-called warrior come to chance his blade?
I am Lord Admiral Spire. I will be your death.
Not this day, lapdog. My lieutenants come to claim your skull. It shall adorn the War Master's throne.
We shall see. Ready main batteries.
Look at this puny ship. He's talking all this mad trash about me. He's like, oh my gosh, oh, we're chaos. You're gonna be our skulls and stuff. But it's like, look, I could just run into you, man. Hold your tongue. You fool.
Heading acknowledged.
I do think that Chaos's strength relies mostly on range attacks. Because I haven't seen anyone try to ram us, because right here it says we have a spur, and we do 300% more damage to escort ships and 40% to line ships.
Understood.
And I think only the... what is it? The Imperials, the Chaos, and the Orcs are the only ones that have the ramming capabilities. I mean, everyone else can ram, but they're not as strong.
Engaging engines.
Can I just...
Underway.
Oh, hold on one sec. Okay, I was just checking something now. This guy are a bunch of pricks. Bunch of kiting pricks. Like, look at him using his advantage against me. He's taking over our weakness.
Engaging engines. Heading acknowledged.
So I probably should just use the reload stance. And these stances over here.
Changing course.
He is pretty much the most beneficial thing you can use in combat. Besides, you know, these are good too, but this is more of the more permanent solutions. Like, each ones are suited for each different scenarios. Brace for impact, mostly just to not lose as much health, which is the hull. And you could do better at ramming, and you don't lose as much turrets when you have other fighters attacking you.
The sons of Mars stand ready for your orders.
Yeah.
Excellent. Their firepower will be a great asset.
Well met, Fabricator. How many ships do you bring me?
Just one.
That could be found, Lord Admiral. I regret that we bring enemies on our heels.
Duty breeds enemies, Fabricator. Join your fire to ours. We'll see them ended.
And the lock-on stance is for long-range combat, so I was thinking that the Chaos ships would abuse this, but they don't really seem to be using stances as much because, you know, they're AI. AIs aren't really that bright. And the reload stance, you just fire faster all your weapons, and your boost gauge right here is replenished a little bit faster. As well as your abilities you can use them a little bit faster as well. Or the cooldown is lessened.
Impossible, Admiral.
Engaging engines.
It should be relatively easy though. Despite, like, I know it's on hard difficulty, but should be easy since this is the starting mission. If I lose any ship in the starting mission, I'm gonna be so sad.
Coordinates
I
acknowledged.
hope I don't. Yeah! For the Emperor! Take that, xenos scum.
Target
Oh wait, they're not really xenos, are they? They're just corrupted scum. That's all they are. Oh, also take a look at the environment as well. Isn't this so immersive? It's so nice. Like, once you've progressed further into the story, you start to see some really absurd sizes of things, like bones that are bigger than the planets themselves. Like, what creature used to live here?
Changing course.
Oh, and the other stance I forgot to mention is the running silent. Only a couple ships have this. I'm not sure which ones do, but these ones do. Yeah, you just become invisible if you don't attack for a little while, but you still can be detected if the enemy has some sort of detection abilities, such as this, the scanner.
Targeting enemy vessel.
And for a while, I just used to stare at all these ships because of how good their designs are. Like, I've never seen stuff like this. Besides, you know, I mean,
Engaging.
it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but I've only seen Halo ships,
Target locked in.
and those are pretty cool too. But these are like absurd. They're just castles, flying castles with.
That's the last of them, my lord.
Negative.
It's just crazy.
They were but the tip of the spear. I calculate that the others will soon arrive.
It matters not. I led a fleet through the bleakness of the Gothic War. By comparison, this is nothing. A pity that war cost us our greatest heroes. What I wouldn't give to have Captain Abrador at my side.
All decks report ready.
Good. We shall forge new heroes this day. Let us hope they suffice.
They will. Believe in your humanity.
strength, Lord
Humanity?
All ships. The Emperor protects. Engage at will.
Survival probabilities are unfavorable. Recommend we withdraw.
Look at this baby.
All ships, hold position. Doubt forms the path to damnation.
Exactly.
There is no doubt while strength abides.
Beneficent Emperor? Is that what I think it is?
The Sons of Dawn heed your call, Lord Admiral.
It's good to see vessels of the Adeptus Astartes, Captain. Faith is well enough, but hope and faith bring victory sooner.
The war never ends, Lord Admiral. We shall fight it together.
Not gonna lie, I don't really care too much about the Adeptus Astartes. I mean, they're cool now. They're like more of... They seem to be more of a boarding type of faction. But I'd rather have the Adeptus Mechanicus. I mean, in the cinematic, it already said that they're the most... Or not the most, but they're really powerful warships. And you know what I'm saying when you can spam those Nova cannons, right?
Understood.
If you know that, then you'll agree with me, right?
Engaging target.
You'll agree with me.
Course engaged.
Yeah. It feels so weird not having
Engaging
abilities.
engines.
Well, not yet.
Revere the Omniscient.
Like, I miss my micro jumps, and all you can do is just spam micro jumps and ram ships until there's nothing left.
Heading acknowledged. Setting course.
For the Emperor.
Engaged. Understood.
Kablam! Oh wait, no. Ah, brace for impact.
Cruising speed set.
Physics in this game is actually really nice as well.
Target locked in.
We're actually gonna turn around, try to hit our foe, do a quick maneuver.
Changing course.
Oh man, come on.
Battle protocols engaged. Engaging engines. Weapons calibrated. Understood.
Focusing a little too hard for something that has to be just a, well, essentially a tutorial
Course
mission.
engaged.
But of course I want to get the maximum of the mobility when killing these guys. I think it'd be pretty awesome as well. Like, since it's just a tutorial mission, there's not really much to go on about. But wouldn't it be nice if we also had this combined with the Dawn of War Warhammer game? So like, there are planets you can invade as well instead of just taking over systems. Well, you can invade planets in this game, but like, if you can actually control the armies within the planet as well, so like Dawn of War, I think that would be such a good feature, combining two games at once. Then again, I don't know how much processing power or how complex that would actually be. But that would be a really cool addition. I think it'd be top 10 in the games of the year or something. Or maybe even decade, because no game has that.
Last traitor vessel destroyed, Lord Admiral. No further signatures.
And allied ships?
Nothing more. Others may be inbound.
We can wait no longer. Let stragglers seek our trail amongst the dead. We have a fleet. I must confer with Lord High Admiral Drang as how best to employ it. We will have vengeance for Cadia.
Lord High Admiral, Inquisitor, Cardinal, King of the Second, Third Son removed. Drang.
The challenge before us is bleak, but we shall prevail if the Emperor wills it. The despoiler will be driven back, but we need support. We must secure planetary systems within the battle zone. These will provide us the necessary means to strengthen our fleets.
Sectors, yes, sectors are where systems reside. Threat level right here. Urgency, right here. It's a neat little system too, so you don't idle for too long. So like, if you don't really complete any main objectives for a couple turns, this will raise every faction threat level, as you can see, by 1. And eventually, if you don't really do anything, or if you're messing up quite a bit, you'll eventually lose the war. So it's a neat little feature that kind of adds a little sense of time. Points of interest. Everyone knows what that means, I hope. Belisar. And I'll just read all the lore because I enjoy it so much. I actually really do enjoy it. And I'm pretty sure in the other campaigns it'll be the same as well. Like, all the planets might be the same, just with different, motives, and playing as a different race, obviously. But, let's see. Belisar stones wail with the dead. Oh, excuse me, with the death, agonies of a slaughtered population. Put to the sword at the direction of the traitor Lucius the Eternal. The psychic echoes still linger in the warp, making travel to and from cursed Belisar a risky endeavor for any navigator not fully in command of his faculties. Yet the Imperium cannot afford to leave Belisar unpopulated and has begun shipping in new colonists. Chem suppressants have been issued in an attempt to reduce suicide numbers. That's sad.
Demios Binary has much to offer our future operations, but it is occupied by Chaos forces. We shall sweep them aside and restore the Emperor's rule to this stolen world.
Attributes, yes. System annexation, yes, yes. Pretty basic stuff. I don't really have to explain too much.
There will be many risks in the days to come. I need not take one here. Deploying a second fleet to Demios Binary will ease our victory.
Or, hear me out. You can have fun.
We outnumber the foe. Victory is all but certain, but caution must serve as well as haste. Recklessness is a terrible master.
Wouldn't it be more fun to do it solo, though? Ah? Oh, this isn't even ours. Oh, unfortunate. Let's see. The mechanics is clave. Battle preparation, yes, yes, yes. And in this campaign, I'm pretty sure that the main leader, if he does die, then everyone else loses. Or you lose the campaign. But in others, I think it's a little different. 16th Black Legion. Clearly not a threat.
Years have passed since the galaxy burned in the fires of the Horus heresy. 10 millennia since the greatest of the Emperor's primarchs fell into the grasp of eternal damnation and tore the galaxy asunder. Horus Lupercal may be dead, his body ashes and his memory the stuff of a cursed legend, but the wounds he wrought yet gape in the hide of an embattled Imperium. For the battle against chaos knows no end. Many of Horus' servants survived the civil wars, and they have not forgotten their defeat. When the War Master fell, they retreated to the Eye of Terror and waged battle anew. Greatest of these was Abaddon the Despoiler, Horus' greatest living heir. Abaddon took the title of War Master for his own, and embarked upon a long and bloody campaign to succeed where his fallen master had failed. 12 Black Crusades he launched against the Imperium of Man. 12 world-shattering campaigns to forever alter the balance of power. Now, as the millennium draws to a close, a vast armada of traitors slips its moorings as Abaddon launches his 13th and perhaps final strike. As the tide of chaos breaks against the Cadian Gate, the Imperium holds its breath. Faith alone cannot hold back these bleak waters. Only valor will serve.
Imagine having 12 campaigns and losing them all. Can't relate. Magnificent. Truly a marvelous invention of man. And it says that we can take over these points, but that's kind of boring.
By fire or cunning, we shall prevail in the Emperor's name.
We will kill them and destroy them with our holy fire. We need not control any strategical position,
engines.
only through sheer firepower.
We serve.
Well, the God Emperor is on our side, and it's probably not preferable to use this, but it's only just, what, 2 ships? I mean, I only have 2 ships too, but come on.
State your order.
Imperius Draconis. Maybe
Though our duty is to annihilate enemies of the Imperium, it may sometimes be in our interest to obtain victory without engaging enemy vessels. Capturing strategic positions might well force the enemy's withdrawal.
Yeah, but that means that there's more ships we have to fight in the future. So if we kill them right
Aye,
now,
Admiral.
then that'll be much more beneficial in the long run.
Your orders?
I probably shouldn't put these all the way back too. They're a lot stronger, I think. I don't know how hard is, but I'm assuming it's hard.
Course engaged.
And I don't have anything that reveals our enemies, so I can't really determine what they are. But I think they're similar to ours, which is a cruiser, and maybe a light cruiser as well. Because with these two, nah, it might be,
Ship ready.
yeah, definitely a light cruiser. Because if it was this, then they'd have a little less firepower.
We wait your command.
But let's get a move on. The Emperor. I need more Adeptus Mechanicus. I just need those ships, and we win all the time. And then we could just exploit these clouds for all for all of eternity. Just make them stay there forever, and use your Nova Cannons. Blast them all to oblivion.
Maximum burn.
Yeah, definitely a cruiser. Look at this.
Cruising speed set. Impossible, Admiral.
Oh, I forgot I could use this. Oh, what? It is just one of these. Okay.
Targeting enemy vessel.
Definitely want to get rid of their weaponry. We don't have anything that can disable them if we get rid of their command deck.
For the Emperor. All ahead, full.
Engaging engines. We are ready to serve.
You know how you can tell they're evil? Their engines. And then look at ours. It's blue. That means we're the good guys. Oh, come on.
Coordinates acknowledged.
I need an upgrade where I can just have my combustion gauge unlimited. Well, it's not really unlimited, but you know what I mean,
Changing
essentially.
course. Understood. Reloading. Setting course.
And boom!
Boarding teams have crippled the enemy.
They don't look too crippled if I do say so.
Engaging engines.
Imagine if they just have this guy running around forever and I'm just so focused on trying to kill them that they already get all the points necessary. Woo! How do you like that?
You have
Boom!
seized a strategic area.
Chaos scum.
Cruising speed set.
Feel our might.
Receiving your order.
Ah, stasis bombs, of course.
Target
Of
on
course.
screens. State your order.
Coordinates acknowledged.
At this point, you might as well withdraw, man. This guy has more range than you. If I put this on lock, I will even have more range. So we might as well surrender. Then again, I don't think the Empire is too merciful on chaos.
Engaging. Underway. Target
That's
locked
so
in.
cool. Uh-oh. Look how intimidating that is. Like, no! I'm so bad. Oops.
Ship ready.
Well, he's mutinous. Simple victory. Quite easily attainable. For even the simplest of mankind's military. Tyranids. I can't wait to play those. We still have like a campaign to go through before, or another one to go through after this, before we get to Tyranids.
The first victory is ours. Others will follow should we remain true to our duty. Battles leave scars. I must be mindful of my vessel's condition.
You don't have to.
Reclamation
Oh
of
my
Denmark's
gosh.
refinery has taken our enemy by surprise. The Claustum system is exposed. We shall push our advantage. If the fleet is to grow, we must have access to production facilities. If Claustum falls to our forces, we shall have them.
And you shall have it. I wonder why we can use this guy. Did he not want to join the battle? Was he busy in the bathroom for too long? That might be the case. And I think these guys are the Adeptus Astartes? I'm not sure, but their ship seems like it is. Yeah, they are. Okay. So, I guess the Imperial Navy is a bit of both. The Astartes are more of the close-range combat ships, and the Mechanicus are the long-range ships, relying more on their abilities, such as the Nova Cannon. I'll mostly just use the Astartes as cannon fodder. But let's see. I want to read the lore. Why are you forcing me to end my turn? So mean.
Our shipyards are ready to provide us some reinforcements. Time to see what the Adeptus Mechanicus have to offer our crusade.
Quite a bit. Infected by the plague, and I know it's pretty vague, but I saw it from my dreams. I think it's called a cactar. Raptor? Cactar. Guitar? Cactar. It's a freaking cactuar. Oh, guess we gotta finish this rhyme or we're actually gonna die, so we send it to this time to save us from our crimes and to tell us to like, share, and subscribe. That's all good.